Hello guys, today we will be talking about hypothyroidism and our objectives will be what is hypothyroidism, causes, risk factors, signs and symptoms, diagnosis, treatment options, side effects of the drugs used for the treatment of hypothyroidism, differential diagnosis, and in the end, history taking. So guys, if you like a video, kindly subscribe the channel and press the bell icon and share it with your friends. Thank you. So starting with what is hypothyroidism. It is a condition where the thyroid gland produces more thyroxine than is needed by the body. It is also referred to as thyrotoxicosis or an overactive thyroid. Moving on to the causes of hypothyroidism, it includes Graves' disease, which is the most common cause, a toxic multinodular goiter, a solitary toxic thyroid adenoma, thyroiditis, or it can also occur when too much replacement with thyroxine is taken as a treatment for an underactive thyroid gland. Up next is the risk factors for hypothyroidism. In risk factors, we divide it into past medical history and personal history. In past medical history, we ask about patients' medical illness like any autoimmune condition, which include rheumatoid arthritis, diabetes mellitus, celiac disease, or inflammatory bowel disease. Then we ask about the medication, if the patient is taking any sort of medication for any certain disease like HIV. Then we ask about the surgical history, if the patient has ever undergone any thyroid surgery or has had any trauma to the thyroid gland. Then we take the family history, if anyone in the family has heart disease, hypertension, or any autoimmune disease or hypothyroidism. Then we move to the second part of the risk factors, which is personal history. In personal history, we ask about the smoking history of the patient and if the patient is taking excessive iodine or if the patient is taking iodine supplement in the diet. Then we move on to the signs and symptoms of hypothyroidism. It includes weight loss despite increased appetite, intolerance to heat, excessive sweating, passing stools or urine frequently, mood swings like anxiety, nervousness, agitation and irritability, difficulty sleeping, hyperactivity, feeling tired, muscle weakness, racing heart, that is tachycardia, hand shaking, that's tremors, then patchy hair loss, that's alopecia, swelling in the neck, period problems such as irregular or light periods or period stops altogether, and the last one is infertility. Then we come to the diagnosis of the hypothyroidism. Well, we usually go for the TSH levels, which are always low in the case of hypothyroidism, and free T4 levels, which are always high. Then there are certain other tests like antithyroid peroxidase antibody or antithyroid microsomal antibody. It is raised in Hashimoto's disease most commonly, but sometimes in Graves' disease it is also elevated. The second one is antithyroglobulin antibody, which is raised in Hashimoto's disease. The third one is thyroid stimulating immunoglobulin, and it is mostly elevated in Graves' disease. Now the treatment options for hypothyroidism are anti-thyroid drugs, surgery, radioactive iodine, and beta blockers. Anti-thyroid drugs include carbimazole and propylthiouracil. Carbimazole is usually given for a period of 4 to 8 weeks, and if there are too many side effects of to it, or if the patient is planning to get pregnant, then we use propylthiouracil. Now the side effects of carbimazole are feeling sick, headaches, aching joints, an upset stomach, an itchy rash, or agranulocytosis. And the side effects for propylthiouracil are liver injury symptoms like yellowing of eyes. Next treatment option is surgery. In this, the surgeon removes a part or all of the thyroid gland altogether. Then the third option is radioactive iodine. It is very effective and it shrinks thyroid gland and reduces the amount of hormone production by thyroid gland. The contraindications to the radioactive iodine treatment are pregnancy, breastfeeding, eye problems. For females, they should avoid pregnancy for 6 months after the use of radioactive iodine, and for males, they should avoid fathering a child for at least 4 months after using radioactive iodine. Next treatment option is beta blockers. These are used for relieving symptoms of heart racing, hand shaking, and hyperactivity. The side effects of beta blockers are feeling sick, fatigue, cold hands and feet, and trouble sleeping. Blood tests are carried out every 2 to 6 months when you first start taking antithyroid drugs, and every 6 to 12 months during long-term treatment. Now coming to the differential diagnosis for hyperthyroidism. Following can be the differential diagnosis like hyperthyroidism, medications like salbutamol inhalers, hypoglycemia, anxiety or panic attacks, arrhythmias, pheochromocytoma, anemia, drug abuse like IV drug abuse, excessive intake of coffee or tea, ventricular ectopics, and anorexia nervosa. Okay, so moving on to the last part, that is history taking. In this part, we ask the patient following questions. How long have you had palpitations for? Do you experience them all the time, or are they on and off? Have you noticed anything that brings them on? Have you noticed anything that makes the palpitation better? Is this the first time you are experiencing this? Do you feel that the palpitations are getting worse or better? Is there any particular time of day you experience them? Are the palpitations better in any particular position? And then the questions for differential diagnosis will be: do you feel hot when others are comfortable? Do you have diarrhea? Have you lost weight? If yes, then quantify how much. Do you experience any tremors? Are you taking any inhalers like salbutamol? Do you have any medical problems like diabetes mellitus and high blood pressure? When you are having palpitation, do you experience shortness of breath as well? Do you experience any tingling around your lips? Do you get the feeling that you are going to die? Do you have any heart problems like angina or any history of the heart attacks in the past? Do you experience headaches or tummy pains at the same time as the palpitation? Have you noticed that your urine is turning dark in color? Are the palpitations on and off, or are they constant? Do you drink a lot of coffee or tea? Do you suffer from lightheadedness, weakness or tiredness? Is there any chance that you could be using recreational drugs? Now that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching this video.